everyone, welcome to Channel Awesome's Orba Report, your source for everything happening around the world in pop culture and entertainment news. I'm Heather Roos.
And I'm Aiyanna Wade.
And this is your news for Monday, February 19th. So first of all, we got some casting news this week. One of the first things we want to talk about is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the Netflix series, has cast their villain. Michelle Gomez, who plays Missy on Doctor Who, is going to be playing Madam Satan. Also, Mary Wardell, who is one of the teachers in Sabrina's school. And I think this fits pretty well. Obviously, we've seen her play a good villain on Doctor Who and a pretty unhinged one on that. So I think that this fits really well, and I'm excited to see more of where the series is going.
Absolutely.
Especially since it has that darker tone that the Chilling Adventures comics takes. But we don't have any news about exactly when that's coming out. It'll be on Netflix sometime in 2019.
Awesome. Also, are you in the mood for a jewelry heist, high-action drama biopic type of movie? Good, because we've got great news for you. Tessa Thompson is producing and starring in a film about the real-life jewelry thief, Doris Payne, who's already had a documentary done about her, including her in the documentary. But man, I'm very excited to see Tessa Thompson's take on this. I'm sure we'll have more news in the future, but this casting decision, smart move, guys, smart move. She's amazing in everything, so I will watch her just paint.
There we go.
So I'm very excited in some really kind of catch me if you can type of drama and stuff. That'll be really fun. Also this week, ABC has announced that they're rebooting the 80s cult classic Greatest American Hero. So that's kind of a good idea. Bring some old shows back. The story is supposed to center around 30-year-old Mira who likes tequila, karaoke, and not much else. Apparently.
All right. Great.
And starring as Mira is going to be Hannah Simone, Cece off of New Girl, who's hilarious.
Yes, she's great.
She's going to be that's a really, really, really solid choice for her. And believe it or not, she's given a super suit to save the world. Believe it or not. I wonder if they're going to redo that song as a theme song.
I don't know. Seems iconic enough to stand on its own still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll see. Also joining the cast is going to be George Wendt of Cheers, Zenobia Shroff from The Big Sick, and Gia Sando, who's from Indian Detective. So it looks like a pretty solid cast so far. I'm really interested to see what they do with it. Sounds hilarious and just like a refreshing superhero reboot that I've been looking for.
There we go. Awesome. Something that I have not been looking for in my life is a brand new Willy Wonka movie is moving forward. It's been in talks for a little while, but now they have a director as Paul King, who is the director of Paddington 2. They're in final negotiations with him right now, so nothing is totally finalized, but they're in final negotiations, so it's looking like he's going to be the director. And they also have Simon Rich, who was the writer for Inside Out, or one of the writers for Inside Out, who's writing it. So this seems like a pretty good start, right? Like a good director of a kid's movie, a good writer of a kid's movie. But then, this is the part that gets me. The rumor is that it's going to be a prequel.
Absolutely not.
About the origins of Willy Wonka in the hopes that it's going to spin off into a franchise. And this sounds awful.
No.
Awful.
The mystery of his background is part of the great draw of it. Come on.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons that it's one of the things that's great about the book.
Yeah.
Is that you don't know who Willy Wonka is. He's just some crazy, kooky candy maker who opens his factory up to children in a contest. It's insane. I'm sure we'll get some Oompa Loompas though.
We'll find where he gets the Oompa Loompas. Great, everyone cared. No, it's part of the mystery.
Not everything needs to be a franchise too. We don't need to set this up to be a franchise. There are 2 books. 2. Why don't we just do a glass elevator movie? I mean, I know that some of the other ones touched on it, but you could do a whole movie on the glass elevator. Just do that. I don't know. The last time we attempted to reboot this, we got Johnny Depp being a creeper.
Right.
And no one wanted that. No one wanted that. I'm so not excited about this. It seemed like they had a good foundation for the creative team behind it, but if it's a prequel, no thanks.
No thank
That's
you.
fine. I don't need that.
We're good.
Yeah, it's great. We got a couple of trailers this week. And the first one that we're going to talk about is another reboot that's happening that we've talked about before, which is Cobra Kai on YouTube Red. And we got our first teaser trailer on that. It looks fine. I'm not going to go out and buy YouTube Red for it. I can tell you that right now. And one of the most confusing things to me about the trailer is that we had reported earlier, and there had been reports earlier, that this is a sitcom.
Yeah.
And the trailer is super dramatic. It shows Johnny and Daniel ready to face off again in the Cobra Kai dojo, and it's all dramatic, and they have these words that are like in steel and the deep voice to like, some rivalries last a lifetime. I thought it was supposed to be a sitcom, guys. What are you doing with this?
Right.
It seems like we are gonna go into like Fuller House Girl Meets World territory with this, where we're just hopping on the nostalgia train and hoping it takes us somewhere, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be a good somewhere that we're gonna go.
I mean, we're all for nostalgia, but like, do it right.
I don't know.
You need to know what the fans were in it for in the first place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, they're obviously trying to rely on that nostalgia factor, because even in this first sneak peek that we got, they copied a couple of the scenes directly from Karate Kid, like it was the same setup as Daniel and Johnny started to face each other, but like, who cares? I don't.
Also, if you're giving us a product, show us the product you're going to be giving us. If you're giving us a sitcom, show it as a sitcom.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm going to go into this thinking it's a drama.
Right. Right. So what is it? A sitcom or a drama? Someone somewhere gave us bad information. Somewhere.
And somewhere. Is it the trailer that gave us the bad information?
I don't know.
We don't know.
It's a confused mess.
Yeah. Great. Can look forward to that on YouTube Red soon. Also this week we got the long-awaited for Incredibles 2 trailer. Yay! The full trailer, finally. The plot looks very interesting, kind of centering on parenting and their family as they grow up as superheroes, including Elastigirl, who is a working mom.
Yeah.
And she gets kind of a career reboot in this, and so it's interesting to see how she now has to, you know, bring in the superhero dollars. But she's got her career back on track, and so the rest of the family has to deal with that. I think that's a really, really interesting plot point.
Yeah.
Working moms, doing the hardest they can.
They get the job done.
Absolutely. Can't wait for that movie to drop, so I'm sure we'll have a lot more to look forward to that.
For sure.
Also this week we got a trailer for the drama Bad Samaritan. Ooh. This looks, oh my gosh, this looks nuts. It's a burglar who kind of steals a car as a valet, and breaks into the house of a man who owns the car, and finds a woman kidnapped and tied up.
Chained up in a room, and she's like, help me, please.
Yeah, so he decides to go to the police, but they don't believe him, even though he's literally turning himself in as like, look, I broke into this guy's house and I found a lady. What do you want me to do? So then it looks like the man tries to kind of gaslight him into thinking like nothing's going on and terrorizing him, and then the burglar kind of gets like cornered as like harassing him and stuff. What a great concept.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like
so interesting.
Ooh, super cool.
And David Tennant in this movie, he's the villain, and he plays creepy so well. And that's 100% what this role is for him. He's playing this man who is rich and powerful and has all the strings in the world to pull and keep this man, the burglar, thinking that he's crazy. And oh, it looks so creepy. Who
is played by Robert Sheehan, the Irish actor from Misfits, if anyone watched that. I love that show. I miss that show. He's a great actor, so I'm really looking forward to those two going face to face. It's a really cool concept, and ooh, it looks so scary.
It really does. Lastly, this week, we got quite a bombshell announcement that Saban has sold toy rights to Power Rangers from Bandai America to Hasbro, which is a huge move for them. They've had a 25-year relationship with Bandai America, and there's been some mixed reactions to this news. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I mean, I'm glad because now Power Rangers toys are going to get a much wider distribution because Hasbro has a wider reach than Bandai America ever did. So we might see even more exclusive toys online and in certain stores that Hasbro has relationships with. But I think this might be a nail in the coffin for Bandai America, which is a little sad for me because I like Bandai. I love Bandai. Obviously, they brought the Gundam franchise to America, and so I'm a little bummed that this might mean the end of Bandai America. They didn't have too much supporting them right now. But the number one question I have is how are they going to deal with the rights? Because Bandai Japan still owns the rights to Super Sentai.
Right.
So that's what made the relationship work between Bandai Japan, Bandai America, and Saban.
Right.
So now are they going to have to like double purchase the rights to like be able to make the show and then also be able to make the toys? Or how is this relationship going to change now that they've kind of jumped ship from Bandai America? So I don't know, we'll just have to see. That actually is not going to happen until 2019 because Bandai America had some input with the latest Super Sentai series. So they produced the line of toys already coming out in 2018, so it's not going to happen until 2019.
Wow. We'll see how that works out then. You know who would really like that news? Walter. No. Still don't know where he is. If you think you know where Walter is, be sure you're still using the hashtag Where's Walter on social media and in the comments down below. Also, let us know what you'd like to see us cover on Orbit Report next. Heather, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Heather Roos, Instagram at HRoos, or Twitch, twitch.tv/Heather Roos.
And you can find me on Facebook as Aiyanna Wade or everywhere else as Awesome Aiyanna. And send us those hashtag Where's Walter ideas, because we don't know. We're still looking for him. So because of that, you can catch us tomorrow on Top 5. In the meantime, we'll see you next week. And beam us up.